Today I'm gonna give a little bit of information about malaria. So malaria is a parasitic disease, very, very common globally, worldwide, and historically. It's said that half of all humans that have died of malaria. And this is a disease that was in many parts of the globe spread by mosquitoes, and it took some time to understand that it was spread by mosquitoes. People initially thought it was spread by bad air, hence the name. And once it was figured out that it was spread by mosquitoes, people started to understand how it was transmitted. So in areas where people lived, where those specific mosquitoes were present, those are the Anopheles mosquitoes, people would be bit, the parasites would transmit. The parasites go through a life cycle, both in the mosquito and in the human, and then other humans get bit, or humans get bit by the mosquitoes. They pick up the parasite and they transmit it to other humans. And there were four main types of malaria in humans. There's probably a couple more, probably 5 or 6 that are actually capable, but 4 main species, the most dangerous of which is called falciparum malaria. And it's characterized by fevers and chills that have this kind of periodicity. Every 2 days, every 3 days, you get a fever, and sometimes it can be very, very severe. You can get the parasites in your brain, get something called cerebral malaria. You can get kidney failure from malaria. Your blood can clot abnormally because of malaria, and it still kills around 1 million people a year, mostly in sub-Saharan Africa. In the United States, malaria was common in many parts of the country, including the South, including Washington, D.C. That's where the original Drain the Swamp comes from. Malaria plagued the construction of the Panama Canal, and we still have malaria transmission occasionally in the United States. There have been some cases in Florida and Maryland that were locally acquired, so the mosquitoes are still here. It's just that we got really good at vector control, meaning killing the mosquitoes using drugs like, for example, DDT, insecticides like DDT, to decrease the survival of these mosquitoes. And that's one thing that we've done. We've used other insecticides as well, and in the future we'll likely use genetically modified mosquitoes to do it. There are effective drugs to treat malaria, quinine-based products initially. That's where the tonic water comes from, or it came from tonic water. That's the whole allure of tonic water, but we use other drugs like artemisinin products now. There are vaccines available for malaria in Africa. They're not highly effective, but they are effective enough and they are being rolled out. One thing I want to mention is that if you're going to areas of the world that have malaria, make sure you take your malaria prophylaxis. That's one way people can bring back malaria here, and they can get severely ill. And we do get deaths from malaria because of that. So take your prophylaxis.